Thanks for joining me today. This is my Christmas dollar store junk journal challenge journal, and I end up just loving this journal. I poured my heart into it, and I hope you enjoy seeing it. So this is a book. It's about 6 by 9.5. I purposely purchased one of the red books. I went through all the books until I could find a red one that would work. I put my tissue paper on here. I cut out this the book, punched holes and made that little lacy thing, and then I put on one of the doilies. This is a ribbon from the dollar store. I was going to use one that I got at the thrift shop, but it turns out I really like the white. It just gave it more of a pretty monochromatic look. So let's open it up. So this is my first page. I used the cards, the deck of cards. I cut out the number 2, the number 7, and the number 10. I turned the 10 upside down, and I was able to make 2017. And the cover here is from the wrapping paper. I once again made that little lace. I've got the tissue paper there, and that's the rolled out crinkled paper. So I used a lot of my inks to create kind of a watercolor look. I knew I wasn't going to be using ink, but I wanted more texture to the paper, so I hope you can see that. Where it's I used my ink to make little snowflakes and the lines, and then the stickers from the book. And here's the little tissue rolled again, the party paper rolled. So I made these little peppermint flowers. Let me see if I can you see that? I thought they turned out really sweet. And I put polka dots using the watercolor look. I've got a doily. That's the baking paper. I used just the white paint on there, and I painted that up so I can write on there. And I love making the ruffle. I love the effect that actually ended up creating on the end of the pages. So I used regular paper here to make the snowflakes. And I should say about the paper that I used in the book, I just used regular copy paper that I got at the dollar store. But I did get it wet and then put it in the oven because I wanted to have a textured feel to it. Even though it wasn't coffee stained or anything, I wanted it to have that movement in it. Here's another page. I just kind of cut out little hearts and painted them up, and I did the edging again. I took some of the free cardboard and just put it on the edge. I thought it made it a nice little addition. Tore up paper, covered it up, and I made these little insert cards. Just a little paper to put in these little flips. Yeah, if I can get it back in. So I've got 2 of them. I put a little paint at the top to make it look like a little, like little snow, like snow was over the top of it. So on the other sides, I put that little rosette, and I made these little punches just to give it a little bit more dimension. Here's a fun little page. This comes just from a little tag that comes from the greeting cards. This one came from the greeting card also, and then I made this one out of a book page. I actually cut it a little off, but I thought that was okay. This one also was from the greeting card, and then I made just a couple tucks. This was from the red bags, and this is just a standard little tuck with snow on the top. Here's a fun little one, and on the inside here I painted "Remember This," and it's got a pocket here, and I just tucked some just plain little tuck papers in there. Fun. This is from one of the cards, one of the Christmas cards. Some plain but fun little pockets I made here. So I've got 2 of those. A little tuck, a couple little spots. So, whoops. So this was from the Christmas card. I fussy cutted that. And I put these on. From the Christmas card, I painted on a Christmas tree. I'm not a painter at all, but I gave it a try. But I think it turned out fine. Made a nice little addition to it. So I painted Let It Snow. This was from one of the gift tags. Another paper, doily, the gift tag stickers. I just cut out some circles, and you can see I'm not the perfect cutter outer, but I cut out some circles to make the like Christmas balls, and I wrote joy right here and laugh right here, and this is supposed to be pine. Like I said, I'm not the perfect painter, but it creates a nice little look, and I was happy with it. From the card, and a couple little tucks that I made again. This one I wrote believe on it. I added a few of the cardboard papers in there just to add a little different natural texture and look to it. A couple of sweet little tucks in here. I'm really loving that. I'm happy with it. Here's just a fun sweet little thing. I cut that out from one of the cards. Made just a fun little tuck out of it. Painted some texture on the pages. I like this sweet little envelope. It just has a card that I cut apart and then rounded the edges on. But I like hearts. Here's one I cut out of one of the red bags, and I painted on it to make it look like snow. And these come from the Christmas cards. I just kind of cut out a mitten right here, just cut it out. I thought it'd make a fun little look. Cut out a tag from one of the cards. Cut that out from one of the cards, but there. And this is another, if you look really closely, you can actually see, you can see the playing card below it, but that was a playing card that I made a tag out of. A little tuck here. And I made, just out of the green, I made a little rosette. Here's two little flips. This one is just a page, but I made it look like a present. I was happy with it. Another sweet rosette. I like the trim there. Made a nice transition. A little tuck spot back here that was different. The tag. And going on, this one says Santa's Express Post, cut out from the greeting cards. And then I just cut out that also from one of the greeting cards and put it on there. I used the yellow paint to paint on paper to make the star. And the next page. Okay, so this one here, I just kind of hand cut a tree, just branches, and kind of put them on there, and I was hoping that it would turn out okay, and I like it. I thought it turned out fine, because then when you turn over the next page, is one of the greeting cards had the little bird on it, so I just thought it went to creating that feel of the forest. So, and the next page is just a little tuck spot that I put a couple of little papers in. This one says Santa's Express Post. The edge, once again, I really liked using that edge. I actually have this die, but I just decided I'd try to make it myself, and I found out it was really quite easy to do it and fun, so I was able to just cut through at a bunch of places. I painted tree right here. Here's one of the envelopes that I put in there, so it's got a tuck spot here. Another one of the snowflakes that I just made from the paper, and then I have this tuck in there. Another roughly edge. These came from the Christmas cards. I put a snowflake on the edge. This is a space that I thought would be fun to write, like a letter to Santa. So I just put one of the envelopes in here. I thought it'd be fun. Here is the snowman. A few simple little tucks put in there. I like the heart on there, adding just a little bit of green, and then a simple little tuck right here as well. This one I painted and then added the edge, and then here's just a trifold, and then fussy cutted trim, the doily. Here's a couple goodies in here, just once again using those greeting cards. With it coming with so many different styles, it just worked out really well. And this is another one from the deck of cards. And this one here, I put a little tuck. This was my placeholder. I actually need to put something in there, but I made it so that I could place a little piece in there with some writing on it. Okay, here's another greeting card. Fun little bow. I made this tuck to look like a present. It was also made from a greeting card. There's Santa. So all of my pages I've painted something on there. I've not left any of them bare. I just like the look of that. It creates a lot of movement. I hope it's picking up on the camera. It might not be, but everyone has been painted with some watercolor made from that paint. I put a doily on here. Another rosette. Another doily. So it's amazing all that you can do from the dollar store. I was really quite impressed. Here's one of my simple mitten tags. I like how that turned out. This one I made into a ho ho ho. So there it says ho, ho, ho. And then at the bottom here I wrote Santa. So I just like the look of it. It was a different kind of page, different movement, just made out of simple paper. And then I painted these other sides with some little snowflake dots. Anyway, I like how that turned out. Little hat. So then we've got little 2 pockets here. One of them made from one of the cards. One of them made from the Christmas cards. Another placed journal. And this is a half page. And on this one I wrote Be Kind. And drilling spot. I like how this little card turned out. That was from one of the playing cards as well. And this one was using the tissue. I put that on the paper, so 2 little card tucks. And there's Santa. So here's a page. This is once again cut off one of the greeting cards. These, this one looks like an envelope, but it's actually a page that I sewed the look of an envelope, so it's a simple fold. But I like how it turned out. Then I've got this page. This was cut out from my red paper bags. This was just kind of a different one. I made this one. I cut apart one of the Christmas cards. So I made a little thing out of there. Here's one of my cards. And I actually forgot to cover that one up, so I have to go back. But that's my playing card tuck. And here we go again, where I've got the edging, and I made great use of all of the Christmas tags, and I have a ton left actually. It's amazing how far and how much you can do with it. There's that. Oh, one more page. Here's my snowman, and when you open it up, oh, you know what? That actually shouldn't have been there. I wasn't thinking, obviously, because I used one of my like Martha Stewart punches or something. So sorry about that. This was I cut out from one of the cards. I just changed the size. And here's my last one, tuck. So that's one of the stickers, and this one opens up like that. So, and then it tucks back in. I like hearts, and so I put another heart on that one. And I made these candy canes. I cut them apart also from one of the cards. And there you go. I put this at the end. I thought it just created a nice little additional look for that. So I made all of this from my dollar store haul, and it was amazing because really I could easily make 2 more of these. So for under $15, I could make 3 journals. So at only like $5 each, which I think is really quite incredible. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's my dollar store channel with my dollar store challenge for the junk journal. So thanks for watching.